All right, great. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the big call today. The cap calls are out and your seniors are joining in as well. Hey, Karthike, good seeing you back in a couple of days again. Kya chala bhai? So, objective of this call is very simple. Manisha, if you can quickly tell us your profile, 787 686 Joby, and then we're going to talk about your entire interview process. Please थोड़ा detail में समझाना इनको कि कैसा था तेरा interview process, what all questions did they ask. All of those things will be very helpful. ठीक है?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Done है?
So
चलिए.
quickly, if I take you through my profile, so I have been like 888 mostly. I'm an electrical engineer. Post that, I have had 3 years of work as an electrical consultant, and then I chose to go for MBA. Now, quickly coming to my CAP interview, I think it's more of an holistic view because, like you said, it's 7 to 10 minutes or maximum 15 minutes. So basically, interviewer, whatever your technical background is, your CV already talks about it, and they are least bothered about whether you're an engineer or you're an art student. Now, CAP interview is basically oriented towards how much dedicated or like professionalism you can show. That's one thing. Secondly, the approach for the interview is mostly inbound as well as outbound. Inbound as in how well you know yourself, how well you know why you do MBA or why you're willing to do an MBA. If you say you prefer a certain, I'll talk about my thing. I was very clear about operations domain. My interview question was only oriented towards why operations and if any revolutionary step that has been in that domain or that you think can come in future. So basically the gist of that interview was whether what you're saying you know the reason of it or not. You're saying just to make it sound fancy. So basically two things is one, what you want to say, your answer should be very well structured. Your intro about yourself or long-term, short-term goals should be very structured. Let's say 1 to 1.5 minutes maximum. This is one thing. Secondly, the technical question that you can be expected to ask if you're saying operations domain. Firstly, that does not restrict the interviewer to ask you only operations questions. You can expect a marketing question as well. Be prepared for that. Basic thing. Third is the current affairs. What is going around should be on your tips. If not everything, you can pass the question, but not every question should be, I don't know the answer. So I think these are three fundamentally, if you do prepare on these three things, you can sail through the interview really well. They just want to see your attitude in the interview. That's it.
Okay, great. And was it like a conversation? Tuck, 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 fast, 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 fast.
No, it was a detailed conversation. I was given a fair amount of time to speak my point. If they feel there is something which they don't expect, I was given a fair chance to explain it too. So it was a fair deal for me, at least. Yeah, they would let you speak your point if you can justify it.
बहुत ही बढ़िया, सही है, great यार. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Great to the next part. So overall अगर कुछ tips देनी हो तो know about yourself, know your CV, अपना operations करनी है, marketing करनी है, उसके answers ready होने चाहिए. Current affairs में पूछेंगे. Do you remember some questions? I know it's a long back right now, but do you remember Manisha तेरे time पे क्या current affairs चल रहा था?
तो मेरे टाइम पे एक तो एक कोविड वाली चीज को लेके था क्योंकि ऑपरेशन बोल दिया तो सप्लाई चेन कम्स इनटू पिक्चर कि सप्लाई चेन डिस्ट्रप्शन हुआ, हाउ विल यू डील विद इट. मेनली उनका ये था कि ऑटोमेशन इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी मच प्रिवेलेंट इन द इंडस्ट्री. सो माय मेजॉरिटी ऑफ secondly, I actually my work ex was in the public sector, so I was a public like government officer at that point. So my question was government oriented, one thing. Secondly, let's say for example they felt the industrial revolution raha hai, automation has taken the jobs. Those are the myths that prevail in the industry. So the interview was more aligned to, if this is just a myth, how will you say it's actually an opportunity to the environment? Like you cannot just say that automation has taken the jobs. So basically it was more of a holistic interview only. Whatever you're saying, your domain preference is actually what interests you or not, or just for the sake of fancy world you are just saying something. So basically CV is actually very much important. If you have a work ex, then it's the most important thing. It can drive an entire interview. And if you don't have a work ex, even then it's fine. Just make sure you answer the questions well. That's all.
बहुत ही बढ़िया, great यार. That's so amazing. All right, thank you so much for joining in, boys and girls. YouTube family, भाई stream को पक्का thank you पक्के बोल के जाना. All your hard work has paid off, and I've been teaching past 2 hours continuously back to back. प्लस 2 घंटे शाम को। एंड बस लास्ट 2-3 कॉल्स ऑफ द सीजन रह गए हैं, और बस ये महीना और अपना 1 महीना और रफ जाने वाला है मेरा। उसके बाद फिर चिल करेंगे और कैट 24 की तैयारी करेंगे, फिर द सेम चलता है एज वेल। ग्रेट यार, थैंक यू सो मच बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स, कीप किलिंग, ऑल द बेस्ट, बाय बाय। वीडियो को लाइक पक्का करके जाना।